Hey, Inspire Artists, it's your pal Mia here. Today's video is kind of a part 2 from the time-lapse we posted last Friday where I drew my Witchsona. And today, I'm going to do a little tutorial on how I came up with my design and how you can make one too. Since the time-lapse was digital, I thought I'd also do the tutorial digitally, but you can do this with any medium you'd like. I'm using the program Clip Studio Paint EX and my XP Pen Innovator 16 tablet, and if you have no idea what any of that means, that's totally fine. This is less of a follow-along tutorial and more of a template that you can tweak and make uniquely yours. If you've seen our Create a Creature video from our art exercise series finale, then you'll already be familiar with a video in this format. So first and probably most importantly, what is a Witchsona? Basically, it's a character design of what you would look like if you were a witch or a magical being. It's sort of an art challenge that artists from anywhere can participate in anytime. But since it's spooky season, I thought it would be appropriate to start now. They can look very similar to you or be totally different. The witch in my time-lapse is pretty similar in appearance to myself, though I wish I had those clothes. Today, I'm going to go for a different look. There are literally endless possibilities for what you can create here, but I narrowed down the basics into a few categories. Type of magic, body and pose, clothes and accessories, and their familiar. First, and most important, is deciding what magic your character will use or what element they will represent. When it comes to magical beings, more often than not, they have a certain focus on the type of magic they can do. Sometimes it's based off the 4 elements, like water, earth, fire, and air, or something different, like lightning magic or necromancy. Choose whatever you'd like. In my time-lapse video, I imagined myself as an herbalist or healer because I'm really fond of plant and earth magic. In this example, I think I'll do a cosmic witch who gets her power from the moon and stars. Next, body and pose. I sketch out my witch with a similar body type to me, but I'd like to give her a more slender and graceful look. I'm not a very graceful person, considering I trip on my own feet every day, but I imagine a person who frolics in zero gravity probably doesn't have to worry about that. I decide to pose her holding a book and a wand as if she's getting ready to cast a spell. To avoid a strange tangent with the wand, a tangent is 2 lines that meet but don't touch, creating a displeasing visual element, I adjust my sketch. I also take into account Contrapposto, which is an artistic term for elements at opposite angles that create balance. Her shoulders tilt up, her hips tilt down, and all her weight is on the left foot. It's much more interesting if she were standing this way than if she were just standing both feet flat on the ground straight at the camera. Depending on the type of magic you chose, your witch's design should reflect that. Unless it's an ironic joke, you probably wouldn't associate a witch in red robes with being a water user. Since I want her to look more graceful and elegant, I decide to give her lots of long flowing fabric. Her hat has a chunk out of it so that it looks like a crescent moon. I also give her long wavy flare sleeves because it creates an interesting nebulous shape. So in order to communicate to the audience that my witch uses cosmic magic, I'll include colors like black, dark blue, and purple to represent space, with yellows, whites, silvers, and maybe even pink as galaxies, moon, and stars. I give her a silver waist wrap and an awesome skirt. I'm very pleased with how this came out. The tatters hint that she probably hops around moons and asteroids a lot looking for space rocks, and the rough terrain eats away at her hem. I like having pretty embellishments in my design, and I always make sure they're still relevant to the design and personality of my character. I'm keeping it ethereal and elegant with stars all over. Her wand is simple and white. The last addition to my drawing will be my witch's familiar. A familiar is a magic entity usually disguised as an animal that is sort of like the witch's helper. They help with spells, potions, magic, and emotional support. I'm gonna make mine a bat, since they're creatures of the night. He's more cute than spooky though. And voila! Another awesome Witchsona! I hope this video helped you create a character almost as magical as you already are. Keep an eye out for more spooky videos coming your way soon. Till then, artists, ta-ta!